Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review The Life Exotic, another documentary about Tiger Joe, and this was way before the whole Netflix thing came out this year. This is from 2016, and it does not talk about Carol Baskin at all. I don't think she's mentioned it. They talk about PETA and animal rights, but I don't think they mentioned her in that show at all. It basically revolves around Joe and his zoo. As with the tagger, he talks about like showing what day-to-day life is, or like someone like if the people in front of him, what he says and stuff like that. Some of it, I mean, it's not clean. I mean, he does a lot of like somewhat intentionally racy stuff. I mean, talking about it. Or he's opened up to some, a little more darker stuff. You see little kids there, maybe some of the stuff is a little more, what he says, talking about his brother being killed by a drunk driver, and there's a memorial and stuff like that, But I mean, it's really another fascinating look at Joe Exotic. And he talked about the zoo, and they had the lady that talked about her arm being gone. The interesting thing is, she said she was in the Army. And the guy said, "What's your MOS?" Could you, if you're a vet, if you're in the service, especially the Army, the people say, "What's your MOS?" That's your job that was in the Army. Mine was 29 Foxtrot. And then when it got and then I also worked at a 72 Golf, unofficially in Germany. And later on in Fort Bragg, the last year or something like that, they got rid of 29 Fox and 29 Sierra and combined it to be 31 Sierra. I became a 31 Sierra. In my heart, I always say I'm a 29 Fox. But I mean, the show's really fascinating. I mean, they talk about some of the other, and it's mostly just about Joe. Most of it features Joe. I mean, they show the other people you see on the documentary somewhat. I mean, the Netflix show somewhat. But it's mostly about Joe, and it talks about all his line of products that he was selling. And I guess that's no longer available, because I would have got the chalk covered gummy bears and stuff like that. And he had a bunch of like hot sauces and hot sauces. I would probably got some of the barbecue and the hot sauces too he sold. But I guess that's now defunct. It's no longer there now, because I did look. And they're not there anymore. That would have been interesting for a food review or snack review. You know what I mean? But the show's fat. I mean, like he says, it talks about him and his struggles and stuff like that. He says, like, this is kind of like a prison. He's there 24/7, pretty much the whole time. And, he says that he missed a lot of life events, like his nieces and nephews being born, because he couldn't leave. And he talks about people calling off for whatever reason. They have, like, a stomach ache, and he said, "Joe can't take any time off. I can't take it." And it shows, like, a couple of his videos pretty much in full. It's really interesting. I really like the show. I give The Life Exotic an 8 out of 10. If you like Tiger King, if you like Joe Exotic, I'm sure you'll like the show. Not as good as the Netflix thing, but I mean, it's still very interesting. I really enjoyed it. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my Legion.